We're going to start on this one bit.
One, two, test.
Okay, I know you know how to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to have you come up this way, if you will, please. We're ready to start the auction. As Jim has told you how we're going to sell. We're going to sell the 4 flatbeds up here, then we'll go over here. Underneath that snow pile, we have the gasoline truck engine, engine trucks. And then also we got a farm wagon with iron wheels underneath there. Then we'll go over and sell you the, there's a 3-point carrier over the right there. We'll sell at the same time and sell that. See that right there next to that building? You see those hay, not the round, but the square feeders up against the building. They're frozen. We'll sell in the same time. Then we'll come back right on down the line here. When we get through here, we'll go out and sell there's a whole pile of oats back there, 350, 400 bushel oats that's outside. We're going to sell it, the whole shebang, for so much money. We've got a couple of round feeders, and then we'll go out and sell the hay cage and the whirly-bird irrigation system. And then we'll come back here and sell these. There's 35 pipes advertised. We're only going to sell 20 of those 8-inch pipe right there. Then we'll go right on down the east line, come north, go down the line, north, go down the line, come back this way. And it looks like we'll probably take around 5 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, we'll sell the trailer house up here and the 2 stock trailers. We only advertise 1 stock trailer, there'll be 2. So anytime today, if you have any questions, just don't hesitate to ask us. We got plenty of time, and we really appreciate you coming out. Thank the good Lord for this lovely day. It's really wonderful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, oh, there's only 1 stock trailer. Take that back. There's only 1 stock trailer. That's right. That's Cliff's. Okay. We want you to know that we're Payne Auctioneers, Yankton, South Dakota. I'm Dick Payne. This is Jim Payne, and Greg Reagan's our partner here. This is Payne Auctioneers, and we're sure glad you come out today because we're mighty proud people to have this auction for Pat Lyons and Pearl. You know, we've kind of grown up together over the years. We've had a heck of a good time together over the years, and we've seen many things happen. And you know, one of the nicest things that could happen to a guy like Pat Lyons is he has 5 brothers plus himself. There's 6 girls, or 6 boys, I mean. And they're all home for this sale. One from Baltimore or Boston. Boston, oh God, there he is over there, Boston. Yeah, that's right, from Boston, and from Kentucky, and from Illinois, and from Texas. I mean, it's really wonderful that they come home. You know, this is just really quite a lot of history today. As you remember, and I remember their dad. You remember Pat, or the boy's dad? Always smoked an old stinking pipe, remember? Smoked a pipe. Then when he went to a cattle sale, he smoked a cigar. Remember that, fellas? It's just many memories that you have as you get older that's kind of fun to look back. Pat was born right here. He's going to stay right here. He's rented his land out. And Cliff Madsen and his son-in-law, Grant Reed, are farming the land, and if they bid on anything today, they'll be like you and I. They'll pay cash the same as anybody else. This is a Payne auction. We'll take anybody's bid that's got the money. If you haven't got the money, you damn sure hadn't better bid. This is a cash transaction. We pay them when the sale is over, and we guarantee the collection. Then we've got a guy going to the penitentiary tomorrow because he had a bad check. But anyway, we just want you to know we paid, and we expect you to do the same. Sales tax will be charged on everything today. That's state law. Can't do anything about it. If you do not have a sales tax number, you will pay the sales tax. If you have a sales tax number today, you give it to Norma. And if you don't have a sales tax number with you today, then you talk to Norma, because she is the one that's running that. You've got to have a sales tax number or pay the sales tax. That's the state law. We have nothing to say about it. Okay, now, Sparky's serving lunch over here. Pass your bids in. Jim and Gray's going to do the auctioneering, and they're 2 good auctioneers, and I think you'll agree with me when the day's over. Just pass your bids in. We've got a lot of small items. This is Payne Auctioneers. If you want to know where the bid is, we will show you. We are the only auctioneers in the business that will do that. We're here to sell it. We're not dealers. We're auctioneers. And you'll find out we'll sell it to you. All right. If you want any of the crackers or any of the equipment started, Danny Red Cloud's got the keys right here, and he'll go start it for you. Now listen, Cliff Madsen, you know, it's got some items here today, and it's advertised right on the sheet, so you'll know when we sell his stuff, you'll know it's his stuff. There's no guesswork about paying auctions. We want you to know who's you're buying. Again, thanks for coming. I've talked too damn long, but I'll tell you something. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Okay, Greg, what do you got? We're going to say the good little wagon, little jack right there.
Little Jack.
And sold 17.5. What's your number? Number 101. Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, a little bit.
Four bottles, all to go. Drop to the top one, two.
Well, this is Bob Lyons of Cambridge, Massachusetts, and Kennebunkport, Maine again. But I'm standing on the steps of the Willowdale District Number 3 Schoolhouse, which is part of the Lyons family farm, which we have been visiting earlier on this tape. This schoolhouse originally was white when I was here. My father, Bill Lyons, was on the school committee here, or they call him a school board, for at least 25 years. There was a 3-member school board, as I remember. My father, Bill, and I remember Mrs. James, and I don't remember the other. They really ran the school. They hired the teachers and everything. All of us 7 kids went to school here. At one time, when I was in the 1st grade in 1943 with my twin sister Betty, or Susan, there were 6 Lionses here. Frank, Jean, Jack, Tom, Betty, and Bobby, as they called us then. Out of a total school population, grades 1 to 8, although maybe not every grade every year, I think there were about 20. And we, in the last several years, got a letter from the teacher of that time, Mrs. Berenson, and she told us she was hired in the middle of the year in 1942, I think, and she had a certain forbidding of being hired by the chairman of the school board who had 6 kids in here. But she did say in that letter, after a year and a half, it was one of the best experiences that she ever had. This school really was the community center when we grew up here on the Lyons family farm. And the Homestead Act mandated that every certain number of acres in a farm community had to be dedicated to a school. And so the school wound up here. I don't know when, but probably in the early 1880s at least. We went to school here, but we also voted here. I mentioned earlier, I discovered at a much earlier time there were church services here, Sunday school services here. In the middle of the Depression, my mother told me, this was the place the neighbors would come. Nobody had any money, but somebody had a deck of cards, and people would bring a little food or something, and everybody had a good time. This was the place where we had many school plays. We had the 4-H club. We had all kinds of activities here. And it was a very important part of the community. When I went to school here, it was a 1-room schoolhouse. This addition to the right was added on, I suppose, because there were more kids coming, and it expanded. The school functioned until about 1969. On the far side here, there used to be 2 outhouses, one for boys and one for... The 2 outhouses were over here on the right. Well, actually, now that I look more carefully, they're still there. Or at least one of them is still there. And every Halloween, the unruly neighbor boys would come over and surely topple one of those outhouses. I'm standing on a concrete platform there used to be the flagpole here. And every school morning, we all came out on the front steps and out here, and one of us had the privilege of raising the flag, and we made the Pledge of Allegiance and all of that. Behind us, there is a merry-go-round, but when I was here, there was a giant merry-go-round. It was rather large, and it would sway, and it was a lot of fun. The teachers that I remember were Miss Hanson, Miss Thompson, Miss Berenson, and at a much earlier time, long before I was around, the school teacher, because she wanted to, lived in our family farmhouse where we were this morning. She lived in the back room. There was a wood stove up there. Her name was Violet Turner. And my older brothers remember her. And occasionally, at least once a week, she would share the evening meal with my father and my mother. Well, this is the end of our videotaping on the occasion of the Lyons Family Farm Equipment Auction, which is going on as we speak on February 1st, 1997. But for all of us, it's not a sad occasion, as sometimes an auction is. This is an auction that Pat and Pearl have chosen to have to enjoy a bit of their retirement. And we look forward to many more good times and celebrations here at the Lyons Family Farm. And we always, no matter where we live or what we do, when somebody asks us where is home, we ultimately say home is in Yankton, South Dakota at the Lyons Family Farm. And we hope whoever might see this many years hence will know a little bit of where they have come from by knowing where we have come from. And it has been a wonderful enjoyment for all of us, and we hope it will be for all of you. So long.